How'd you manage to do that? How did you manage to score this gig, bro?
I don't know, man. Like just me being like, oh, I had a YouTube channel before. You guys not knowing that probably like every single video I've made on that channel had like major editing errors. You know?
So this was your practice run at getting better.
Yeah, kind of. Except the thing is editing those videos on my own channel is actually a lot harder than this, because that has actual editing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't. This strip doesn't. Like it's very simple. Wait, let me just before we continue talking, let's just have like a couple of seconds of silence for the awful background noise that I have.
I didn't even realize you were recording already.
Why the fuck do you think I wanted you to be silent, you idiot? Shut the fuck up, Zaraki! Oh god. Anyway, so I've told you before about the movie where the MC tries to NTR himself.
You can't what?
So essentially what happens is this movie has like the MC is like a morbidly obese guy, and he all of a sudden like meets up with his high school sweetheart like online.
Okay.
And so what happens?
Like all good stories start.
Yeah, like all god awful stories start.
Okay.
And what essentially happens is she comes over to the country because she lives outside, and she's hot, you know. And so this guy just like removes his name and acts as if it's his cousin, you know, like just straight up some ID fraud shit. And, and like,
I see.
Most of the movie is just him trying to like get her away from himself and into himself. If that makes any sense, you know. Like I'm gonna be your boyfriend as this new person rather than like who I am, you know.
Okay.
So the whole movie is just him NTRing himself.
So he's
Mr.
Okay, hang on.
He's literally Mr. Steal My Girl. Not even your girl.
What movie is it? It sounds like the plot of the Nutty Professor.
Oh god, there's another one like this?
So there's a movie called The Nutty Professor.
That's the one with Eddie Murphy, right? Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, yeah. So he's a fat professor, and then he ends up finding like a formula to make himself skinny. And like there's this girl that he's interested in. I guess she like works with him or something. And the entire plot is him like trying to hide the fact that he's skinny, or that he's the Nutty Professor. Fucking
like when he's switching personalities between like fat Eddie Murphy
and skinny Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
So that's what it reminded me of. Was like, yeah, he's also trying to like hype himself up. He hypes up the skinny guy as if he's another person. So he goes like, yeah, that's a nice guy. He did this, he did that, trying to make her fall for him, which is really him.
I actually genuinely like that movie, by the way.
Yeah, it kind of.
It's one of those times when a remake is like genuinely better than the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of the original. It's kind of like really old.
I didn't even realize there was a movie.
Oh yeah, the Eddie Murphy one is actually just a remake of the original.
Wild.
Yeah, the original had like a white guy. It was like in the 50s or 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was still good. It was still a funny movie. But this one is just like leagues ahead of that one.
It's more modern, and I mean, it's for a bigger audience than that one was. Because, 50s, 60s people were trying not to kill themselves.
They're very different from now, since we're not even trying to not kill ourselves. We're just doing it.
Right, nowadays we just kill ourselves.
Yeah, we just get it over with, baby. Except if you're a woman, because you're probably failing at that as well.
Yeah. I always say, man, men are better at everything, including killing themselves. Especially killing themselves.
Yeah.
They say that males...
They say that what? Come back here, Zaraki. You cannot be real right now. Oh my god. kind of luck do I have, man? Zaraki is dead, I suppose. So, God, this episode is a fucking disaster.
Slinger.
Wait. Since you're here, let's do like a joke, okay? Like an edited joke.
Okay.
Stay silent for a second. Damn, that woman got some meat on her. Zaraki, I didn't know you were there. Yo, no one will see the edit of this one.
Nobody will see this.
I'm gonna forget it.
Are you looking at bad bitches without me, bro?
They were on the TL, sadly.
You looking at Makima feet without me?
Nah, I always do that without you, Zaraki. With you, Zaraki, I mean.
Yeah, don't ever do that.
Dare! On the topic of Makima, I'm just starting to assume that every single woman with like a Makima PFP is just smoking hot at this point.
I'm convinced of that as well. I'm starting to notice a trend here.
Yeah, it's a big trend. You know?
Yes.
God, I want to talk about something, but this video is not gonna have a topic at all. What the hell?
Right, we'll talk about anything. Make it spicy.
What the fuck am I gonna put the title for this video, man?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. It depends on what we talk about the most.
Let's call it some shit like Arab Showdown because it looks like it's just me and you.
Yes, Arab standoff.
My favorite fighting game, Arab Showdown.
Arab Showdown. So, funny thing you mentioned about Makima profile pictures. The fact that Contra got into it with Pup Boy Cardi. And Skelly somehow got blocked by some big cosplayers.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious.
I love we're sitting down with VC and it's like nobody's giving a flying fuck about Cardi. Like the idea that she may block them and stuff like that. It's like the moment that hot cosplayer blocks Skelly, he's gonna be like, fuck! Damn it! You know?
Right? Blocked by Cardi. I sleep. Blocked by that Samus chick. Hey yo,
real shit. Like it's
real shit.
It really is like, look, mate, I'm your friend, but those hot bitches.
Yeah, like it's like I'll support you, bro, 100%. But the titties, the hoes,
man, the hose. Like what fucking pimp named Slickback says is like I put a lot of shit over a hoe, but homies, I don't do shit for the homies.
Right?
Zaraki's dog, shut the fuck up.
But you know it's wild because there were some really big accounts. Like they weren't like it didn't spark as much drama as I thought. I thought it was going to be a little spicy. All it really did was just get a bunch of girls to like the tweet responding to him.
You know, that actually brings me to something, which is it's so odd how like that one didn't do anything. But then the moment, like, you got QRT'd by that one Mikasa chick back then, like, blew up. God. You know, like, it kind of makes me think that if she went with, like, a QRT rather than a comment, like, the same thing would have happened with Contra, you know?
100%.
Yeah,
I 100%
like,
think that, yes,
like,
100%.
I kind of, like, hate people who never comment, you know?
Yes.
Like there are these people
I hate the people who like QRT with something instead of just replying to you.
Stop. Like my TL is full of your shit. Like you've been fighting with this guy for like the last hour, you know? Like either comment the fucking thing, get it off my TL, you know, or don't do this. Because what they all think is essentially like I have my following will like come at you.
My following.
Yeah, my following. Which to be fair, if it's a woman, it does work. It always 100%. Fucking works. You know?
100%.
Like
people think you're an ugly bitch into some pussy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it always fucking works. If she QRTs you, you're gonna have so many people in your fucking comments. It's not even funny. You know?
You saw, I had the entire internet attacking me after one QRT.
Bro, you got gangbanged.
I got gangbanged. I was a victim.
It's kind of ridiculous. And this sort of brings me to something, which is like women like to act as if they're each other's attorney, you know?
Yes. Like, women play devil's advocate the most. Like, if you say, oh, my girl cheated on me, guarantee you'll have a handful of women in your replies like trying to defend her action.
Not just that, but you ever notice, like, if you ever banter with, like, a woman, especially, like, a somewhat popular one?
Someone who doesn't know her is the one who's going to reply to you. Yeah. Just a random fucking bitch is going to be like, oh, yeah, well, you're the... blah, like... You don't even know this person. What the fuck are you defending her for?
They by default will like become their attorney and shit like this. This is why I kind of don't like bantering with women. Because
don't like women because of that. I just skipped the bantering part. I just don't like women.
Immediately to women. God damn. Zaraki, you say you don't like women, but big booty Latinas exist.
I like them appearance-wise. Women are like poison dart frogs. Like, they're pretty to look at, but you go near one, you're done.
Oh, that's one way of saying it. I thought you were gonna say something like women are like a condom, you just come in one and throw them away or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's more based on what I said. Slinger misogyny arc.
No,
I'm noticing there's a trend now, though. Because you've been talking about, like, this random person that you met or some shit at school or on a college trip.
Yo, you ever go back... If you go back, like, last year, I've said once that there was this hazel-eyed girl in class with me that I tried talking to once.
Yes.
And essentially, because she gave out, like, very mellow replies, I just didn't try again. Because, like, the moment you're just giving me, like, one-word replies, that's just a turn-off for me. Like, just cut it out.
100%.
Like, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. What essentially happens is... Remember when I told you there's a guy that I like to think of as, like, he's the Iraqi version of you?
Yes.
You know? And this guy's, like, popular, you know? Like, he's like sort of as popular as me in college.
Oh, yeah, but not as popular as you, right?
No, I'm actually exceeding him at this point.
Chad Slinger.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah, guess what?
Yeah, Batman.
Guess what? Being essentially like a teacher is making you really popular. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like a professor's aide or something?
Yeah, in programming, I act as an aide.
There you go. That's why.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that would be the effect it had. Usually, like, the professor's aide or the teacher's pet gets shit on here in the States.
No, because the thing is I both kind of don't have a choice, and at the same time, if I'm not there, they're pretty much gonna fail the class. If I'm being honest with you.
I see. So they're retarded and they need your help.
Yeah, just consider that I'm smart in comparison to them, and that should give you a scale as to how dumb they are.
I believe it. I believe you're smarter than the average Iraqi.
Yeah, I am, but that's not very impressive when you put me, like, against some of you guys. It's like...
Well, I mean, we said the average Iraqi. I mean...
Yeah, like that's pretty much saying, like, you smell better than shit. It's like, many things smell better than shit, you know?
Well, one would argue that Moth is... well, you're smarter than Moth.
I think me and Moth are on very similar grounds when it comes to smart. You know?
I would say so.
Yeah.
You guys are each other's spares.
Yeah.
Like if she dies, she can easily get a brain transplant from you and just be the same as she always was.
She's my what's that thing where Voldemort puts part of his soul in something?
What? I don't know.
God, have you never like watched Harry Potter, man?
I have, but I watched like
a Horcrux or whatever the fuck it's called, like where he puts his soul into something. Like it's essentially like Moth put a part of her soul in me. I don't know.
Horn on a crutch. Horn on a crutch.
God, Voldemort should just pull the glizzy and just got it over with. Anyhow,
should have, yeah. I mean, man had the most powerful wand in the game, and he just fucking. Took an L to some little shit.
L. Like, imagine him coming back with, like, a hole in his head. It's like, good luck coming back with that bitch.
Reverse Flash type beat.
Yeah, what was I saying earlier? Yeah. So remember the hazel-eyed girl, and this chick, the annoying chick, is, like, her close friend, essentially.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yes.
So, the thing that is annoying about this one is she likes to banter. You know? Like essentially how me and Skelly are. like that sort of shit. But considering how annoying women are when they banter, there's always like someone acting as her attorney. So I'm kind of getting tired of this shit, you know?
Just stop talking when that other one's around. That's what I've learned.
Because look, the problem is I mentioned this before, but here in Iraq, I don't know if it's the case in the US or whatever. Women just hang out with each other all the time.
Yes.
Like it's really rare getting like one alone. You know,
yes.
and when I'm able to get to like be with her alone, it's completely fine. Like there's no one butting in every 5 words I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
But when she's around her friends,
that's when it becomes just absolutely frustrating. You know.
Yeah, bitches are like that.
Especially when you throw in like a guy. Like that just sucks. Like just sucks dick.
I'll give you an example of girls acting like each other's attorneys.
Yeah.
There's a time I guess I was in the middle of a breakup with my ex, and she's like, I thought she was texting me. I'm over here texting her. I'm like, you know, I'm just talking mad shit to her, and she's talking mad shit back. Later find out she's apologizing to me. Later find out that it wasn't her who was talking to me. It was her friend who had her fucking phone in her lap, and she was just texting me. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, are you serious right now?
She was arguing for her, and then
Jesus.
Just like talking about shit that she's not supposed to know about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because girls like to talk too much, so my girlfriend was like telling a lot about our relationship stuff to her.
Just awful.
And what's funny is she DMs me on Twitter, her friend, talking a whole paragraph worth of shit. And then a couple of sentences, I just roasted the shit out of her, and she blocked me and never said another word to me again. Like, yeah, bitch.
End of story. Right. Immediately.
Funny thing is, when I started selling cars back in 2019, that same ex who lived with that friend and her boyfriend asked me to come over and fuck her.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Like a couple of, like maybe 6 months, not even after the breakup.
I don't have to ask this, but did you?
No.
Thank God.
I told her, I'm like, I made an excuse, like, your roommates hate me. Yeah. She goes, well, they're not here. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, it would be kind of weird and awkward. And she goes, yeah, you're right. And I just didn't.
Yeah, good thing at least you didn't give it to her, like roughly, you know? Like, I just don't like you. I just don't like you. You know?
Right. Well, if I did fuck her, I probably would have choked the shit out of her.
Yeah. Hate fucking and shit.
Hate fucking, yeah. But, like, what's funny about that whole deal is that that's what women do, is, like, you have a situation with them and you have, like, an argument with them, and they kind of want to bridge that gap, but in the most, like, the most incorrect way to do it.
Yeah.
She wanted to fuck to bridge that gap, whereas she could have just said, like, hi and, like, apologized.
Talked and just apologized.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
that's how my buddy's doing. His fucking wife. So this guy, right? I work with him. I met him my second day there. He fucking tells me that his wife cheated on him a couple of times, right? And it's all with the same guy.
That's the one that kept his wife. They told us.
That's the one who kept his wife.
Oh god!
He told me a funny update. He told me like a week ago that he's going to leave her because she broke his Xbox. I'm like, so you didn't leave her for cheating on you a bunch of times. I'm like, you didn't break up with her for cheating on you or pushing you down the stairs or hitting you. You're breaking up with her because she broke your Xbox. He goes, yep. I'm like, okay, bro.
Certified gamer moment, baby.
Well, now guess what he's doing? He fucking stayed with his parents for a little bit, and then he can't leave his apartment because they're both on the lease for it. So here was his solution. He's still living with her, and he's still fucking her. And it's like, bruh.
What?
Yeah.
What? That makes no sense.
I told him, pay that rent and go live with your parents.
Like, right? Especially considering something which is based on what you say, your job doesn't pay little.
Not at all.
You're actually making good money doing this, so he shouldn't have a big problem paying rent.
Nope. I mean, literally, his share of the rent is like $800, which compared to what we do, is not that much.
Like it's really not that much considering you literally came one day and you're like, I literally didn't do anything and made like $60. You know? Like, what the fuck? Like, that man just choosing to not leave at that point.
Yeah, and I mean, I told him, like, we told him, hey, are your parents going to charge you rent? He goes, no. We said, okay, go live with your parents, go stay with them for a couple of months until your lease is up, and then call it. Nope, he's living with her. The other day, he pulled up in this beat-up, shitty Corolla that his uncle gave him. I'm like, why are you driving the Corolla? Where's your Hyundai? He goes, oh, she's using it. Like, why the fuck is she using your car? Tell her to use the shitty Corolla,
I'm feeling so bad for this guy.
I don't, because he should have been smarter. She cheated on him before the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, no!
That's a part of his lore that he didn't tell me. She cheated on him before the wedding.
How the fuck
cheated on him after they got married?
You know that then?
One of the many other people he told me.
God, the gossip in your workplace.
Well, he tells everybody, so it's impossible to fucking avoid it.
So he's essentially not telling you because you're actually like sort of like taking a stance on that shit.
No, we all take a stance on it. He just didn't tell me, I guess, because we didn't get he's never mentioned it. She does so much shit to him regularly. He doesn't need to bring up past shit. Yeah, it's just something he hasn't gone over with.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not many conversations end up with, yeah, my wife cheated on me before our wedding.
Yeah, not many of them start that way either. But, so I found out that she cheated on him before the wedding, cheated on him after the wedding. There was a time where she asked him to stay in a hotel room with the guy, and he said okay, and they fucked. How do you not assume that that's what she's gonna do if she's cheated on you with him twice already?
God, that is fucking awkward.
One of my coworkers said the only reason why he's still with the bitch is because he's probably gay. He doesn't want his family to think he is. That's his cover up.
Honestly, that could actually be a pretty good reason.
I would say 100%.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
the guy's flaming.
Absolutely, yeah. He's glowing.
Yeah, he's glowing. He walked up to me one time and grabbed my man tits, and he squeezed them, and I was like, "The fuck." And he
get your hands off me, bitch.
Yeah, and then one time he smacked my ass with the iPad that we use to write up cars. I'm like, oh, this dude's a faggot. This dude's it's because there's a boundary.
Duck in disguise.
Well, because there's a boundary that I have. Like you see when I talk with Skelly and shit, it's only talking. If Skelly was physically in front of me, I would not grab his dick.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? I would think you won't. You know. So
this guy, what he does, he'll walk up to you and he'll grab your man tits from behind and press his dick up against your knee.
No,
and I'm like, okay,
so
I believe.
Weird.
I believe that this man has a lot of sugar in his tank.
This man fruity as hell.
This man fruity as hell. This ain't even a bro moment. You a faggot. Go to jail. Oh. And I mean, I've had a couple of other coworkers smack my ass, but the intention was different. This dude, he has lust in his eyes.
Yeah, he wants this Zaraki ass.
My managers, we usually have these bags that you can put paperwork in and hang them up on a mirror. So I'm leaning against my desk, kind of having one side of my hips tilted out. So I'm kind of showing my ass off in a way by leaning on this. So my fucking manager swings the door open, smacks me on the ass with one of those bags, and goes, "Damn, you've been working out, huh?" Oh, you noticed?
This actually reminds me of back in sort of prep school. I think you need to know about Arabs. Arabs are actually very gay while being homophobic themselves.
Yes, they are.
Which is always hilarious. That. So what ends up happening is you get fucking 16-year-olds and stuff like that practically sticking their hands in each other's asses. You know?
What the fuck?
I'm not even kidding with you. Unironically.
In each other's back pockets, or
No. I still remember. I think my best friend in prep school.
Mm-hmm.
Like genuine, you know that one thing where you put two fingers together and you like push it up someone's ass?
I know what it is. I've never done it, but I know what you're talking about. Naruto.
They essentially used to do that. Absolutely. And the funny thing is these people are homophobic at the same time. So it's like what? What?
Well, I don't know if I remember. I don't know if you remember the story. I know I told it before, but I don't know if I put it on wax. But there was a time when I was like 12, 13. I got messaged by a random guy on Facebook.
Oh God, the one where he wanted to either show you his ass or you show him something.
So yeah, he wanted me to fuck him first and foremost. But then he settled on sending me a picture of his dick and balls and his ass.
Look, the thing that weirds me out about this one is there is wanting to. Like, there's being a pedophile and the idea that you want to, like, do a kid. But then, like, what the fuck gets you to the point of wanting to be done by a kid? Like, what the hell?
He didn't know how old I was, but it's like, fucking A.
Jesus! Like, the layering in this shit. Like, this is more than an onion. It's way more than an onion.
Yeah, Arabs are a different breed. And it's not...
different breed.
Absolutely. It's not nice.
I think the oddest thing about getting back in college is sort of seeing the people I knew from prep school because they attend the same university.
Mm-hmm.
And the weirdest thing is me realizing, like, God, I'm so much like more outgoing than they are. This is why I'm always like ticked off by you guys. Like, telling me that I'm a coward. It's like, bro, have you seen the people living here other than me?
I don't even call you a coward anymore because I know the dynamic, and of all the times we've gotten you to do something, it's always backfired to some degree.
I'm gonna tell you something. If we're talking about, like, last year, like, not last year, like, last college year, you know? I'd agree. Fully. You know? Because considering the amounts of time that I fumbled, either because I was nervous or because I was genuinely scared, like, yeah, I'm a fucking coward. You know, I still somewhat regret the thing with the waitress back then. Because
I totally forgot about that.
That was an opportunity staring me, literally, like, I'm not even kidding with you, staring me straight in the face. Like, that woman genuinely stood there in front of the elevator expecting me to offer help, and I just didn't. I just left. You know, like the weirdest shit is I now realize why I did that is because the reason why I was leaving the restaurant building is because one of my oldest sister's friends wanted, like, her child's card from her car. Mm-hmm. So I had to get it. So to me back then it was like it's more of a priority to, like, do the thing I'm asked than to do the thing I want to do.
Right.
You know? And that's not even the worst thing about it. The worst thing about it is we were taking pics and the same waitress comes back because she's like one of the waiters responsible for the VIP floor. And she still has the kid. And I still didn't offer help. How the fuck?
Fuck it. Fuck it. She wants to be in the workforce. She gets to work.
It's not it's not about that. Like, we're talking like a woman built like Mewtwo over here. You know?
Hey, yo.
Palestinian. Like, come on. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Mewtwo.
God damn it. Mewtwo was made for sex.
Mewtwo was made for sex. 100%.
Mewtwo was kicked the fuck up.
That's the thing. I feel like people who spend enough time, like, masturbating to bitches built like Mewtwo start to have, like, a Pavlovian response to seeing Mewtwo. So, like, whenever they're playing fucking Pokemon and they see him, their dicks just get randomly hard.
I actually don't understand why Vaporeon is kind of one of those sexualized ones.
Vaporeon. I would answer, but then it would give you it would make you think that you're delving into my psyche. I'd rather not set that precedent right now.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the reason why people think of Vaporeon that way. It'd be the reason why Zaraki thinks of Vaporeon that way.
I'm gonna assume... Alright, I'm gonna assume that it's because she's got, like, some fish in her. And because of that fishy DNA, she'll probably be slimy and squishy and
I honestly just
inside.
assume that, because of like the squishy look, like people want to do it. You know,
she's a fish.
Like,
I mean,
like
you know.
Have you ever thought like if Pokemon were real, you'd have like full sex rings with Pokemon?
I feel like there would be people who do that. Like, the furry community would be the first ones to do that.
White women just...
White women having a field day, fucking Arcanines and shit. Yeah, white women gonna have a field day. Boys, too. Some boys are gonna be fucking dragons. Like,
I'm gonna need the detail real quick. The shape-shifting sex toy.
I did. Yeah, you know something? I feel like Ditto could, like, be the best sex doll because he'll turn into anything.
He literally becomes anything. Like, hey,
you wanted to turn into a Makima, for example, you could do it.
Like, hey, got a thing for your fucking lab fucking teacher? Hey, the Ditto becomes the lab teacher. I don't know.
There's a lot of like when I search "can Ditto," the first thing that comes up is "can Ditto breed with a Ditto?"
No. Wait, can it?
Let's see. You can't breed them. Ditto can't breed undiscovered Pokemon and other Dittos. Thank you. Now let's see. Can Ditto turn into humans?
Probably can, if I'm being honest
Let's see. Ditto can... Oh, God.
It
the
can.
first thing is r/Pokemon on Reddit. It says,
yeah.
Ditto can change into a human. Uh-oh.
Fuck. It would be the most popular Pokemon IRL.
So, I guess it did happen in Sun and Moon. No, wait. You can... Hang on.
Wait, what?
They said it's weird finally seeing Ditto in the form of a human. For all you know, other people could be Ditto and you don't even realize it. There are 5 total confirmed and also are apparently criminals.
What? Huh? Is this some really weird Pokemon lore that I don't know about?
I think so, yeah.
Damn, crime Dittos. Gangster Ditto.
Can they transform into a person and yeah, in the anime, it says in episode 37, Ditto turns into pictures of people, and in the Professor Oak lecture, it turns into Professor Oak. It says Ditto's beady eyes are originally said to be abnormal, and he later learns to transform perfectly. Due to its popularity, however, this abnormal transformation was retconned into being the norm. So it used to be that they could perfectly imitate people at some point, but then they retconned it so that they can't perfectly imitate humans, that they would still have their beady eyes as the giveaway. Kind of like how synths do in fucking Fallout.
Oh, that's how?
Yeah, their eyes don't change.
Their eyes are gonna stay like dots and shit.
Yeah. Rick and Morty eyes.
God, no.
The butthole eyes.
God, have you seen those pictures of like fucking GTR cars? Where they put like Rick and Morty in the back so that the headlights, not the headlights, the backlights, tail lights. I don't know. I'm not into cars.
Heads and tails, headlight, tail light.
All right, are essentially like Rick's eyes.
Hate that.
God, have you seen it? It looks so garbage.
Look at me, Morty. I'm Skyline Rick.
I'm drifting.
I'm drifting, Morty. Drift. Drifting. What's it called?
Was the Redditor arc of Zaraki a Rick and Morty watcher?
The only time I was on Reddit was for my birthday when I turned 17. And I wanted somebody, and it was on the Art NSFW requests subreddit. And I wanted somebody to send me a fan sign with my username at the time. naked, and nobody did that.
We're leaving out.
That's the origin of the fan sign of Zaraki, is that he's been wanting a fan sign for 5 years and it's not happened yet.
You know, the only thing I used to do on Reddit, back when I was, I believe, like 17 or 16, was I used to sometimes post memes on, like, the PewDiePie fucking subreddit. And what ended up happening is, by the time I left, like, using Reddit as a whole, you know, the last thing that I posted there was like a meme, because I used to really hate when he started to, like, all of a sudden play Minecraft out of nowhere, you know? So I made a joke. Yeah. I made a joke about it being over, like, finally, and I actually got banned for like 2 months without me knowing.
What the fuck?
I'm not even kidding with you. Like, I came back, I was like,
Slinger was too bad for Reddit.
And you know what's funny? Like, the reasoning they give for, like, the ban, they're like, this post is asking for likes and, like, asking for upvotes. And I'm like, literally where? Literally where? What? Clout
fun feeding. Clout fiending. The only other thing I used Reddit for, now that you mention it, is the r/Let's Not Meet subreddit. Basically the one where all these scary stories that, like, Lazy Masquerade, Corpse Husband, and B Busta, like, narrate.
Yeah.
So I would read those. And before I got back on Twitter, because I wasn't an avid Twitter user until, like, 2019, like, end of 19. And I was on that subreddit every day, just reading the stories. And then I joined Twitter, and I'm like, hey, this is something else I can do. Fight for clout.
I think
that's what I joined Twitter for. I hope you know that. I joined Twitter to get clout.
Tell us. Yeah, that's kind of obvious considering what you do, you know?
Maybe the real clout was the friends I made along the way.
Yes, indeed. And the clout you made along the way as well.
Yes.
Mr. literally did the muscle lady thing and tried to recapture it twice.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I made references to it and tried to kind of relive my glowing days.
Mans was like, damn, I made it like 15 seconds in a Samito media video. Let's go.
Time to stick with this. Yeah, and I mean, I'm glad I stopped, because if I had kept doing that, I would have just lost all value as a Twitter user.
It really starts to, like, be annoying after you do it a few times. Because
I think I made references to it maybe 2 more times, maybe 2 or 3 at most, and I'm just like, all right, I'm not going to keep doing this, because I've seen people do that. I see people who have also, like, a banger tweet.
Also, to be fair,
keep on rolling.
Me and Skelly, like, shed all over you because you were trying to chase that down.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, as you should. I almost lost my way.
Don't lose your way.
I see. With the internet, it's interesting, though. So there's this one person named Target Tori. She originally wasn't known for anything. This guy, a fucking journalist, he went into Target, and on the display, it said that it was the toothbrush's display, and it was displayed for 1 cent. The toothbrush itself is like $60 to $100. And he made such a big fuss. He called the police, said he was going to sue Target because they wouldn't price match that 1 cent sign, that 1 cent sticker that was on there.
Yeah, he's literally like,
I don't have enough money to.
Like, am I supposed to actually pay what this thing is worth? What are you talking about?
Yeah, because in Massachusetts law, you're supposed to charge people, like, the displayed price for the item is what you pay by law. And they made it abundantly clear to this man that it is the fucking display that's there. It's not the actual price of the item. Yeah. She got clout. She has a fucking Twitter account called Target Tori. Still works at Target, I'm pretty sure, as a manager. But all she's really known for is that dude spurging out on her and trying to sue Target over fucking...
Yeah, since she actually made her name, like Target Tori.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of became all... Wait, I kind of feel like I know who that person is.
Yeah, look her up now.
Does she wear glasses?
Yes.
Is she hot?
Nah, I mean, it depends on how drunk you are.
Damn, I thought it was the other woman. I think that one was from Walmart.
You're thinking Target Tori Black.
Well, let me check real quick.
So, and the other thing is, she's like milked it before, because there's a time she mentioned, it's like, what 4 words would you say, or like, what 4 words have changed your life? And she goes, that is the display or some shit.
It is that chick. Zaraki, what the fuck are you on about? I kind of view this chick as being hot.
I mean, good for you.
God damn it, Zaraki.
She's cute. I mean, she's cute. Yeah, that's just yeah.
I have a thing for glasses and
office lady,
nerdy looking office lady. Shit. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
The annoying chick is like a fucking supermodel, and I'm not interested.
See right here. What's your best advice in exactly 4 words? That is the display. And then like a couple weeks later, she goes. There's a picture of a guy who found a turkey, and it costs like $123,000. And she goes, proof that you don't need to call the cops if you don't like what's on the price tag. So she keeps making references to it. Mm-hmm. Clearly, it hasn't been something that she wants to give
money
up on.
Off of it, though? Because I think she does have a GoFundMe, right?
Something. I don't remember what it was.
Because the thing is when I wrote her name right now on Google, like the first result is her GoFundMe.
What was the GoFundMe for?
I don't know, honestly. Didn't open it. Don't care enough.
Don't care, didn't ask, plus you're a manager at Target.
You're a fucking worker at Walmart. Shut the fuck up.
I was. Don't ever say R. Was. I am not broke anymore.
He's like, call me fat, call me ugly, but not a Walmart employee.
Do not call me broke and do not call me a bum. I am neither of those things.
Anything but the finances.
Moth called me broke last week and I still haven't financially recovered. Emotionally. I haven't emotionally or financially recovered.
No,
I'm gonna kill her.
I'm sure knowing your job, you're probably financially recovered already.
Yes.
How many warranties did you sell, my motherfucker?
So the entire time I've been there, I would say probably like 17.
Wait, that's,
last month
that's how many months, by the way? Because I don't think you've gotten this job You've gotten this job that long ago, right?
So I've been working here since August. So it's been about 4 months.
Yeah, not much. 17 warranties in 4 months. Jesus.
To be fair, I did 11 of them in 1. So
what?
Yeah, I sold 11 of them last month.
What? What? Huh? Man, you're actually a genuine good salesman, and I hate it. I think
dude.
I think if I sat with you on the same table, you'd probably con me.
I would teach you how to sell. I mean, it's not. So here's the thing with our business, right? We got service advisors and then we got technicians. The technicians make stupid money too. This one tech we work with, he did 60 hours worth of work. Right? On paper, 60 hours. They get paid per every hour they close. This man makes $47 an hour, and he closed 60 of them in 2 days. This man made $3,000 in 2 days. A technician.
You can't see me right now, but my mouth is wide open.
And like
$3,000?
It's easy to become a technician because you can simply go to school and learn how to become a technician and how to fix cars. You just need to get the certification from Chrysler, which
that
again, is not impossible.
Bullshit.
So I can do that. As a guy who works as a service advisor, I sell the work. I sell the service. If you want to be on the other side of the coin where you do the service, you can do that. But not everybody can sell. And it's not to belittle the jobs of the technicians. Anybody can become a technician, but not everybody can become an advisor where they can sell
because the thing is that you can like learn a skill that is like physical.
Yes.
But the whole sales thing is like a personality shit. Like you need the convincing ability. You know?
You need the charisma stat. Your job means nothing without the charisma. You can't sell anything if you don't have the drive and will to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
Last month, I closed out $30,000 in profit for the dealership. I get 8% of that, plus some bonuses for selling certain things and for having good survey scores and stuff like that. The closest guy to my numbers was only at 19.6. I love this job. It's beautiful, and I want everybody to do it. I want Moth to do it. I want Cosmo to do it. I want fucking everybody to do it.
On a side
it's
note,
not hard.
Though,
yeah,
$3,000 in 2 days is genuinely more than what a doctor does here in a month working in.
I bet.
Working in like a government hospital. You know, like not considering like working in private hospitals and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, bro. The technician that I'm working with, this man said he's a high school dropout, no college degree, right? He's been to prison, right? So he has a criminal record. He's been doing this job for 13 years. This man, this year alone, he's made $100,000 the whole year. So $10,000 a month this guy's making. If you're closing $3,000 in 2 days, motherfucker, you're making easily 10 to 12 grand a month.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And he told me that this is the best team he's ever had.
You know,
he's never had a team that sells as much shit as we do. That's why he's closing so much time.
That like if you get a job as like a fucking computer engineer in the US, you can make sort of like, if you're kind of a big deal, you can make sort of around $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah.
How do I do that? Teach me.
How do what?
Like
my job?
Get there and like actually get a job and shit. Like what I'm studying, because if I work my ass off 4 years for a degree and then I don't use it, I'm killing someone.
Here's the crazy thing, and a lot of people like tend to forget this about not just the US, but like the job market in general. For one, people who go to school here end up with student debt because of money to pay their way
essentially the trade
unless you're
for yourself.
Like with Arabs, because our families are rich sometimes, they can put us through college, no sweat.
Not just that. Like in the case of Iraq, for example, if you actually get like enough of an average mark in the end of prep school, your education is actually free.
Yeah, we have that too. They're called scholarships.
No, because the thing is scholarships are sort of hard to get in the West. Mm-hmm. Here it's like you're expected to get a scholarship. Like
okay, so if you do good enough, they'll cover the cost of your tuition then.
Or
at least give you a discount.
There's always like a college that will be able to give you free education as long as you passed prep school. Okay. In my case, when I actually passed prep school, and I was like applying for colleges and shit, I between you and me, I'm kind of the biggest failure in my family, if I'm being honest with you, because I have the lowest average mark out of everyone. You know? Yes. What happened essentially back then was I applied for the University of Technology in both evening studies and morning studies. Morning studies is like the free education. Evening studies is when you have to pay. And what I essentially I got computer science in morning studies, so that's free education, 4 years. Or it's computer engineering, but I have to pay around like $1,800 per year. So even the pay is not that big, you know?
It's not bad at all, $1,800 a year.
But you have to consider something though, which is, it is $1,800 a year, and it is like relatively not that much, you know? But a lot of people here don't make enough money to actually cover that.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, because that's the nature of how things are.
Yeah, like if wages are not high, simply not going to be able to even pay low tuition, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it got to a point this year, and this is the first time I see this shit, but they actually closed the opportunity to have a payment plan on your college tuition. Because, like, two reasons. First of all, the payment plan is not that big a deal. Because since it's just $1,800, you're not gonna fucking have a payment plan for $1,800 where you pay $100 every month for 18 months. That's not a thing. You know, like,
Gotcha.
you're giving them droplets essentially. So you have to pay them in 2 batches. You know, you have to split them in half. But they even removed that. And I think the reason why is because last year there were students that paid the first half, like prior to actually starting college, but they didn't pay the second half even by the time the second year of college was starting.
Gotcha.
You know? So I think that's the reason why that happened. I actually barely made it before they actually closed that. So I actually paid only half, which is kind of shit because, to give you context, my dad paid for the tuition, so he didn't even pay full price.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, you look at it like this, man. Here in the U.S., the only way to get through college is either you work to pay it, which most people can't because fucking tuition's expensive a lot of the time, or you get a scholarship if you're a really fucking smart one, or your parents pay for it, or you go get a student loan from the government.
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the ass because you study, let's say you study something big, even in your regular, BA degree, which is like a business degree, 4 years, which is the standard. That's the way they consider like an average college degree, I guess. Like to work at Tesla, you need a bachelor's BA or like business administration if you want something decent. If you want to get a decent job, like you have to get like a 4-year degree at the minimum, I want to say. Maybe because my dad had to do that. And sometimes a lot, like, people will run into these issues where they study for things and they can't get a job in that field. If you study to be an attorney, there's no guarantee you're going to work as an attorney. In the Middle East, it's the same way. It's especially true because my dad's cousin, he studied to become an architect. Now he sells shoes. Yeah,
you told me about that one. Yeah.
But it's not guaranteed that that's going to be the case. But it's something that happens.
I kind of think about it as in, like, it's a worst case scenario. Like, if you're going to get a degree, but you're not going to use it, or you're going to just find something that gives you way more money for, like, less effort. But at the same time, like, here in Iraq, I kind of think that a lot of the people that graduate from college, especially the ones from, like, morning studies, especially the ones that have free education, they kind of feel entitled to a job.
Yes.
Like, they don't want to apply for, like, private companies and actually go through the process of, like, interviews and shit like that. Like, they just expect the government to just give them a job out of nowhere. When in reality, like in my case, like being a computer engineering student, if the government gives you a job, you literally failed. Because the government is just going to give you a job in like something like accounting, where you're just essentially fucking filling Excel sheets, for Christ's sake. Like, you're just gonna sit there 4 years studying, like, computer hardware. You're just gonna end up filling fucking Excel sheets. Like, come on.
And it's crazy because I've met people who, like, they'll have a degree in, like, one guy, he was studying to do computer engineering when I met him. I think he may have he still works at Walmart. And it's like, when you don't get that, you feel like your time has been wasted. You feel like your money and your time has been wasted.
Yeah, I kind of always view it as if I get graduated, like, I want to get a job because I like money, Like, I want money, But at the same
Yeah, as you
time,
should.
I'm gonna try my best to probably use something that I learned through college, because if I'm not gonna do that, I'm literally gonna feel like everything was a waste of time.
Absolutely. And that's the opposite case for me, because my mom keeps asking me to consider becoming an attorney, like being a lawyer. And I really don't want to do that. I don't want to spend 6 years in college.
Just imagining you like a suit in the courtroom just
I could do it.
me
With
up.
my personality, I could
can't do it, actually. You
With
can't
my personality, I
do
can
devil's
100% do it.
advocate. Yeah, you can't do devil's
But
advocate.
I don't want to spend 6 years in school, because it's 4 years for the degree for the bachelor's, and it's 2 years for law school.
Especially considering that you're actually making good money. Like, there's literally no reason to do it.
My mom's like, oh yeah, you can fucking, you can wipe off your student debt within your first year or two as a lawyer. It's like, okay, now I'm working 8 years just to start making money. I'm going to spend my first year or two becoming a lawyer, trying to pay off my student loans first. Because then I'm going to have like $250,000, however much money in fucking debt.
That's actually genuinely a question I have about education in America.
Yeah.
The idea that, like, let's say like you're a med school student and you essentially come out with like $200,000 worth of student debt. Like, what's the payment plan for this?
However long you agree with them, I don't know how it works.
Oh, like, so it's essentially based on contract?
It's essentially on what they'll allow, because when in the car market, for example, if the cost of your car is less than a certain amount, they won't let you finance for longer than a certain time frame.
As we said earlier, not going to give them droplets,
Exactly.
Let me just have a payment plan for the Snickers bar. I'm going to give you 20 cents every month.
But it also depends on how much your student loan is going to end up being before they can determine how long. I mean, they could last for years, to like decades, perhaps. I want to say at least a decade for some. Because let's say this, right? Let's say you buy a $42,000 car, right? $42,000 car. After 6 years, which is 72 months, your payment's going to be $600 a month. So consider that for 6 years, just on $42,000, you're paying $600 a month.
You said something right now that reminded me of something else, but I forgot. So can you repeat back what you said 2 sentences ago?
I said that within certain money or money limits, if your car isn't above or at a certain number, they'll give you a shorter time frame, depending on how expensive.
Oh yeah, it just reminded me. Let's end the video on this point, which is, have you seen that one? Was it like Domino's Pizza, where they can have a financing plan for a pizza? How sad do you gotta be to finance a fucking pizza?
You're gonna cause so much inflation in the pizza market, and people aren't gonna pay their fucking loans. Imagine taking a hit on your credit score.
Yeah, because you're financing a fucking...
Imagine fucking having... Yeah, imagine going into, debt and having a fucking damaged credit score because your bitch ass wanted to finance more pizzas than you thought you could afford. Fuck that.
So, since we ended the video right now, since I just said that we're ending video...
Yes.
We see you guys next week, hopefully with more people here.
Yep.
This is just the two of us.
This is Ramblings of Madmen, Part 2.
Oh shit, that's a good title.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ramblings of Madmen, Part 2. Or the sequel. Yeah.
The Zequel.
Or the Zequel.
The Zequel with Zaraki.
The sequel. It would be perfect, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. See you guys next week. Goodbye.